Packers at Vikings. Packers 13-3 last year under a new scheme, new coach, new everything.
With
Just,
no weapons.
Right, in the same old Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones scheme versus the 10-6 last year Vikings. T-Ball, what do you like here?
Well, I'm gonna have to take the Vikings this week.
Really?
Just because it always seems to fashion out to where the Vikings take the first game of the season on the Packers.
But the Packers were 2-0 against them last year.
That's true, but the Vikings kind of wishy-washy themselves. They lost some guys, they added some guys. With week one being
Diggs gone.
This was and that's a huge loss. But they've added some defensive guys, and they've done some other moves as well. But with it being week one and not getting any preseason in, so not a whole lot of chance to look at some of these guys.
Yeah.
I wasn't impressed by what the Packers did in the free agency
or offseason whatsoever.
I honestly don't think they're going to be a 13-3 team again this year. But I think the Vikings take this, first game. With that loss of Stephon Diggs and not really a whole lot of honorable mentions on the Packer side. What I'm mostly worried about is the Vikings are good at running the ball against us, and we have no run. Yeah. We have no run D. Dalvin Cook's going to be a huge problem for us. So I see the Vikings coming out fired up and ready for this one. I hate to choose against my pack, but I just feel like the Vikings are going to take this week one. They're a little salty from the 2-0 record from last year anyways. So they're definitely going to take it this week.
Yeah, it was a big-time run-heavy last two meetings last year between Dalvin Cook. So you were right, 20 carries, 154 yards, and a touchdown in one of the games. The other games he was out.
Yeah.
But that same game with that 154 and a touchdown, Aaron Jones ran all over them for 23 carries, 116 and a touchdown. Second meeting, like I said, Dalvin Cook was out. That was a huge loss for them. Packers ended up beating them again last year. And again, Aaron Jones comes up big with the 23 carries, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think he keeps that going because that run game is tremendous there with Green Bay. They always get a running back and turn them into something kind of special and a good run.
Plus, the Packers aren't the best in their first 3 games. They just look horrible in their first 3 games. That's how it always seems to
start.
They're
either a make it or break it in the first 3.
They fuck it up, and everybody's like, well, Aaron Rodgers isn't looking as good as he was.
Yeah.
And then he gives the whole relax statement again, and then he wins like 4 straight, and it's back and forth. But yeah, I think the Packers are going to jump right off like that again and lose this week 1 game to the Minnesota Vikings.
I don't. I actually have the Packers winning. That's a non-biased opinion, only for the fact that Rodgers has the highest quarterback passing rating versus the Vikings, 107.2 among any other quarterbacks ever who have ever played the Vikings. He has their number. Aaron Jones had their number last year. Devontae Adams is a beast. Now the defensive side is the part that I don't fall in love with the Packers because they give up big plays in that backfield, especially with the cornerbacks. But we don't have to worry about, Stephon Diggs. I think him being gone is a huge thing, but I just think Aaron Rodgers is not going to come out here, especially after the Jordan Love pick that put a fire up in his asshole to be like, oh, okay, you think this 36-year-old body or whatever, 35, 36, ain't got nothing left? Well, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to prove it week 1, and that's what he's going to do, and he's going to show us. And I think the Packers end up winning that game. It's going to be a close game. These are always a great game between the Packers and the Vikings in that division game, but I got the Packers, you got Vikings. Good pick.
Vikings.